So good to see you all. It's Mother's Day, and I'm happy you're here. You're here. Please, let me just allow a few more people to be seated. So let us begin. Let us begin as we do in all things. We honor this morning the presence and power of God in this place, expressing itself as Father, as Mother, as that which has brought us into being, that which has nurtured us, that which loves us with an everlasting love. And so we this morning, as we recognize its presence here and know that we are one with it, we honor that within us, which is love, which is nurturing, which is caring. We give thanks to for the mothers who mothered this congregation into being, most of whom we remember now lovingly, and acknowledge the great gift that they birthed that became the Temple of Light Center for Spiritual Living. And so we know that as we participate in this service this morning, this event that is a celebration of the feminine within each of us, we open our hearts, we open our minds, and we open ourselves to participate fully. We give thanks now that this event that we call Mother's Day, this event we call a Sunday morning service, is already fully accomplished in the mind of God. And so we relax, we let go, we surrender to that power of love which has guided us here this morning. And we give thanks now as in its manifestation as this service. We give thanks now that all this is so. And so it is. So now, I'm Carol Charlton, the practitioner who is privileged to be the host for this morning's service, joining with our speaker, who will be Dr. Reverend Sonia Davidson. I welcome you all, wherever you are, if you're here with us physically, or you are there where you are in cyberspace. We are happy to be one with you, to be celebrating this special day on our calendar. And so now I ask you all to join in this morning's chant. Let this be my way. These are words and music composed by our practitioner, Steve Golding. and they're posted on the screen. Let us be still and think, love is my way. Take that thought with you. Love is my way. And with that thought of love, let us together say the affirmation of divine love. Again on the screen. Divine love is doing its perfect work here and now. Divine love harmonizes. Divine love adjusts. Divine love prospers. Divine love foresees everything and which provides every good thing for this church now. Divine love is now victorious, and so it is. And so now this morning, I'd like to share with you for the responsive reading, for the inspirational reading, a Mother's Day message that was in the Science of Mind magazine in May 2017, the 14th of May. And it's titled, Thanks, Mama. And the first epigraph says, if you need to ask permission, you already know you shouldn't do it. And then that's by Timmy Reese. And then from Ernest Holmes, this thing called you. You are a self-choosing mind in a divinity which permeates everything. So here goes. How are you celebrating Mother's Day? Today can be a joyful joyful occasion for us. Or it may be a painful reminder of the mother we never had, or that our mother is no longer with us. For all of us, it can be a day to nurture the mothering energy of our planet. The idea of what a mother should be is beautifully demonstrated in nature around us. Life as we know it never gives up. The forest destroyed by fire eventually recedes itself. Animals that have all but disappeared return as humankind removes its influence. Nature usually heals without advanced warning, fanfare, or acknowledgement. The quotation I quoted above is from the writer's mother. And he says that she has been there for me regardless of whether doing so aligned with her own definitive religious beliefs or not. Her words are an affirmation that the answers we seek from others are within our own consciousness. How can you honor the feminine energy today? Either with your own mother, the women and men who have provided you with mothering, or from nature herself. There is only one life. No matter what our relationship is with our birth mother or the woman who raised us, we can connect on the basis of that one energy moving through, in, and as us. And I leave with you this affirmation, which is at the bottom of the page. I give birth today to new ideas and joy. I give birth today to new ideas and joy. And following on, our praise song, Love Divine, oh, love excelling. Please stand.
Love divine, oh, love excelling, joys of heaven earth abound. We remain thy holy dwelling, all thy faithful mercies crown. Love divine is life's expression, pure unbounded love we see. Shown is now the great creation, perfectly revealed through thee. Praise to thee, O great Creator, praise divine from every tongue. Oh, let every living creature join the universal song. Spirit, source of all our being, Creator, all life is thine. Hail the God of our salvation, praise in thee is love divine. Riches come of thee and honor, power and might to thee belong. Thine it is to make us prosper, only thine to make us strong. Lord, to thee, thou God of mercy, hymns of gratitude we raise. To thy name forever glorious, ever we address our praise.
And as you remain standing, let us say together the prayer of our center. We begin.
The Temple of God, Center for Spiritual Living, is a sacred field embodying our spiritual community, from which the Christ, peace,
illuminate,
to touch, to heal, to bless, to prosper, and to liberate anyone who comes into contact with it in any way. The light of Christ illumines us, our center, and our environment. Our spiritual community is filled with and surrounded by the presence of God and is growing from strength to strength. The power of God expands our consciousness of truth, guiding us ceaselessly along paths of wisdom, spiritual growth, unfoldment, and attainment. We are blessed, and to God be the honor and the glory forever. And so it is.
You may be seated now. And let me now use this opportunity to bring to you some reminders. Now, you know that there are in the program a list of activities. Firstly, though, let me welcome, as I did before, the online guests. And let me see, is there anybody new here this morning? Anybody visiting for the first time? If you are, I'm inviting you to stand. We're all family. We're all family, and it's Mother's Day. Perhaps we should just turn to the next person, the person next to you, and just wish them Happy Mother's Day. Happy Mother's Day. Happy Mother's Day. Happy Mother's Day. Thank you. So now, as the week proceeds, our first activity on Tuesday evening is our spiritual mind healing service, when you will join Carol Campbell, religious science practitioner, at 6 on Zoom or on YouTube. This is our time to listen and fellowship as we contemplate ideas for living our best lives now. A wonderful picker-upper for to take you into the middle of the week. And she has an interesting topic, and it is, you can't shrink up yourself. You can't shrink your way to greatness. You can't shrink your way to greatness. And you've got to be there to hear how you must stand tall and move forward boldly into your greatness. So do you have legal questions? We have answers. And if you missed Saturday, I think it was the 4th, on this Saturday, the 18th, between 11 and 1, we will address all the legal matters associated with daily living and the afterlife. And you just save the date, bring your friends and family. There's a core of legal minds here who will help you to navigate those issues. And you may as well do it now, sooner, rather than later. And then now, this is an important one. We are hosting the University Singers, and we are doing so along with the St. Catherine Red Cross on Saturday, June 8th at 4 p.m., and that's a good time. You can come early in the afternoon, enjoy yourself, and go home before it gets too dark if you don't want to drive when the lights come on. So the contribution for that event is going to be $3,000 per ticket, and this will be your chance to greet our family, friends, and associates, and join, as you know it will be, a wonderful musical feast. Don't go home without your tickets today. They are now available. Make your commitment now, today. There's no other day, but no. No other time, sorry, but no. And then now, you know our core business is prayer, and prayer support is always available with Reverend Michelle at prayer.templeoflightcsl.org. Said that slowly so that you can remember it just in case. Prayer.templeoflightcsl.org. And today, the practitioner on duty will be Carol Campbell, available to pray with you immediately following the service. And for those of you who are elsewhere, the number to call is 876-289-0907. And we also offer grief support and counseling. And for that, you call the office. Reminder, 876-927-6145. And so now we're always grateful for your support in every form. And so we're grateful for your donations of tithes and offerings. We thank you for your generosity and for helping us to remain a beacon of light in the world. So, if you wish to continue to support our ministry financially, kindly visit our donate page, which is at donate.templeoflightcsl.org, where you will find our banking details. Thank you, as together we support a world that works for everyone. That's all for the announcements for this time. I'm now going to invite a special lady to come forward. Oh, sorry. I apologize. I apologize. It's children, it is Mother's Day, and no less, we need to have our children here with their teachers. Come forward. This is your place now, your time. Let us recognize you, young people. Come up, love. They are all here this morning in celebration of Mother's Day, and we are happy to have them. Let us applaud them. So now, Ifashani, good to see you. Do light the candle.
It's our birthday.
Oh my! We're not going to ask her how old she is, though she's at the stage where she can still tell us. But we'll allow her to come along and do the blessing. Oh my God.
Hi, good morning, everybody.
Good morning.
Okay, so as it was shared, it is my birthday today, and it's also Mother's Day. Before I say the blessing, I just want to share a small story. I'm not sure if I'm going to get the opportunity to share it, but a couple years ago, it's kind of a sour story-ish, but it has a good ending. A couple years ago, when I lived with my mother, there was a birthday that I had in which we got into a very big fight before I went to school, because she did not tell me happy birthday, or I didn't think she told me happy birthday. So I got into this funk, and by the time I reached the school, I was crying because my mother looked at me and told me that my birthday wasn't just for me alone, it was for her as well. And now every time on my birthday, I tell everyone, say, my mother was out for Mother's Day, and then I popped off. I just happened. So I was born on the Monday after Mother's Day. But every 7 years now, my birthday falls on Mother's Day, and I celebrate my birthday, her birthday, and Mother's Day at the same time.
So,
That's a wonderful Mother's Day story. Can we sing a happy birthday? Yes. Let's happy birthday. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Anthony. Happy birthday to you.
thank you.
Okay.
So this is the blessing part, right? I haven't been here for a while.
So you have the candle.
Yes. So,
I like the candle.
yes. I light this candle on behalf of all the youth and mothers of this world. God is blessing them now, and so it is.
We love you.
We love you. We appreciate you. We see you, Christ in you. We see you as shining lights onto the world. God is blessing you now, and so it is.
And may I tell a story? Is this your creation too?
Not this one.
Oh,
No, not this one.
okay.
I didn't have the time. This time.
I see. Okay, what? Time for our mission song. So now, yes. Temple of life, the temple of life, the temple of life. We are a people with a vision, one spirit on a mission, to touch, to heal, to bless, to prosper, to love and liberate anyone who comes into contact with us, anytime, night or day. The temple of light, the temple of light, the temple of light. We are a people with a vision, one spirit on a mission, to touch, to heal, to bless, to prosper, to love and liberate anyone who comes into contact with us, anytime, night or day. Yay! Thank you all. I think you're sitting with us this morning.
All right, we stay in church this morning.
So as they go back to their seats, I'm going to invite a special lady, Mrs. Diane McClearly, to come forward and tell us what it is, or how precious it is to be a great grandmother. Come and take this one.
Good morning, everyone. Good morning. And a special Mother's Day to you all. And who have the grand and the great grand? I am a grand and I am also a great grand, 4 at that. And I am a happy Mother Day for all of us. And hope the good Lord may guide and keep and protect each and every one of us that will be here next year all the same. We don't know if we'll live to see great, but leave that to the Lord. So thank you again. And so it is.
From the great-grandmother, we come down another generation. And I'm going to invite Shima Davidson, who is a practitioner at this temple, to share with us her thoughts on motherhood and the signs of mind. Welcome, Shima.
Good evening, Temple of Light. Good morning. Good morning. I think I'm okay. So today I want to share with you three essential aspects of motherhood that I've learned through applying the Science of Mind principles. I call them the 3 S's: support, strength, and savor. Firstly, support. I remember my daughter as a toddler saying to me, "Mom, I want to do well because it makes you happy." But I told her, "I will love you regardless of your grades or achievements. My love for you is unconditional." As mothers, let's support our children in unwavering love, regardless of their circumstances. When they know our love is unconditional, they'll thrive in a healthy environment, just like my daughter has. Secondly, strength. As mothers, we need to be strong for our children, not just visually, but also internally. Our children feel our energies, so we must cultivate inner strength. During my marital divorce and adversities, I had to summon strength for my child, and I learned that what doesn't kill you indeed makes you stronger. Lastly, savor. I used to miss my daughter's early school performances, and it left me feeling very regretful. So I made a conscious decision to be present at every event, no matter what. Savoring each moment has been incredibly rewarding. I savor the small stuff, like our daily encounters, because children grow up so fast. Time flies, and before we know it, they're teenagers, like my daughter. Let's take the time to support, strengthen, and savor our children. Just like a bird tends to its nestling, so they can soar free when they're ready. Thank you.
Thank you both for sharing. Thank you both for that insight into motherhood, that nurturing, that caring. And similarly, we nurture and care those thoughts within us that are life-giving and forward-moving. And so at this time, I'm going to ask you all to stand for the first hymn as we carry on the theme of love. Love lifted me.
Dwells within, heard by his very cry.
was full of love. I heard it in every note. So now, I told you before that this morning's speaker is the mother of the Davidson clan. No, the current mother. Dr. Sonia, we welcome you warmly this morning.
Good morning, everyone. Good morning. Morning. Welcome, welcome again to our Mother's Day service, those who are in the sanctuary and on the World Wide Web. And let us thank Carol Charlton for so ably setting the stage for the rest of this service. Let us thank her. Yes. So yes, I am Sonia Davidson, and I savor the title of Reverend. The doctor I leave at the door, the gate. No, yes, it is Mother's Day. As if we need to be reminded, We've been hearing it the entire month, and we have heard it the entire week. And I wondered why the roads were so jam-packed, and my Uber driver said, oh, it's Mother's Day. So we know that this day means a lot to people, not in every country, but in many countries in the world, Mother's Day is being celebrated. And when I think of Mother's Day and mothers, I'm not only thinking of the woman mother, I'm thinking of the human family. Because mother is that personality that shapes and blends and unites the entire family. It's like the nucleus, the fulcrum around which family life is built. And when it is done properly and right, no matter whether people are separated or not separated, you are single. There's no such thing as a single parent, by the way, but that's for another time. Whatever it is that is motherhood, it makes a whole lot of difference to the family. It's interesting too, I had to give it a thought, that the first influence on a child is in the mother's womb. You imagine walking up and down with your mother whether they want to go or not for 9 months. Everywhere she goes, you have to go. She sit down, you go. She in a little quarrel, she go. She happy, you go. You sing, you go. And we now know without a shadow of a doubt, we had suspected it, but we now know because we can use ultrasound and see the child smiling, the child reacting when they hear the outside sounds and even the feelings of the mother. So, since mother in biological is so important, what about the others who are not necessarily biological mothers? And I include men. Is important. Everything is important because the human race is so embedded with that chemistry. There's actually a chemical called oxytocin, which every man and woman have, which helps to create a bonding experience wherever we go. Man or woman has that nurturing spirit. But women have a little advantage unless the men are hugged, stroked, and petted more often physically. So I beg you now, hug up the men, hug up the boy children, right? The more you hug them up, is the more oxytocin they get. And some of them have an overdose of it too, right? No wonder you see big men can bawl when they talk about. You ever see big men bawl when they talk about their mother, yes? Bawl, they live in eye water, right? Because there is something that strikes a chord, right? A serious chord. You know, there used to be a saying that we're born trying to give the impression that humans are born with blank slates. Like we just come out so, and then it's the environment that shapes us. No, sir. If you don't believe it, watch some of the YouTube videos I watch and see the babies. As they open their eyes, you can see in them the intelligence, the certainty, and they look straight into the parents' eyes. Not a blank slate at all, because each soul is uniquely created for the purpose of expressing itself uniquely. Yes, of course, our early family life is an apprenticeship. It is an apprenticeship. We take in as much as the soul is ready to entertain. So over time, we imitate what we are exposed to. We internalize what we feel is pleasant. When we are rewarded, we tend to imitate those kinds of behaviors which will give us pleasure, praise, admiration, and we try to avoid those that will attract ridicule or anything which makes us ashamed. But life is a journey. It has its twists and turns, it has its hills and valleys, and most of the time we cannot anticipate exactly what is going to take place on the outer. But for sure, if we are prepared with the teaching that we have been given in this church, we will know that whatever twists and turns, whatever hills and valleys come, we're ready for it, right? We're ready for it, and we have on our walking shoes, and we are able to look at it and say with certainty, I can, because I am. I'm what? Okay. You see, one of the things that means the most to me, that really shifted my way of thinking, is the fact that I am that I am. At first, it feels like a funny to say it, right? What does that mean? I am. I am. Because I am, everything I do means something. I was born to be. I am that I am. Listen to the emphasis. I am that I am. The I am, which is the creator, the I am within which everything exists, the I am which has given me of itself, as Reverend Dr. Ernest Holmes says, it has given you not of yourself in its entirety, in its transcendental beingness, where I can draw from it anything and everything I want. But it has stamped its individuality on my soul. And it adds, you are different from anyone who ever lived. So, as I draw from that, I can shape it by my choice into that individual expression of itself that I would wish to be. What a gift. What a gift to be uniquely created by an infinite power, God the living Spirit Almighty, by itself, out of itself, that it may express itself through us. What an act of love. It is by nature of this gift that we, humankind, can by our choices shape how we experience our lives. And Dr. Ernest Holmes, founder of our teaching, the religious science, an exponent of the science of mind, expresses its way. Love is the givingness of spirit through the desire of life to express itself in terms of creation. It is a cosmic force whose sweep is irresistible. In other words, God a God. The individual can't stop it or make it happen. Is so we stay. It is unavoidable that we are that. And there's nothing we can do about it. What we can do is open our minds to believe that we are who we really are. The presence of God made manifest. The presence of God made manifest. That was the shocking truth that I first encountered in this church. And it now becomes my go-to. Throughout the day, regardless of what is going on, I take a moment to pause and marvel at this. I am the presence of God made manifest. That's what Jesus meant when he said, the Father and I are one, but the Father is the one. And St. Paul, in his letter to the Corinthians, encourages officers to say, let this mind be in you, which was in Christ Jesus. Let that mind be in you. It's all over the Bible, of the Christian Bible, reminding us, did you not know you are God's? For God, single but still. Jesus said we could, by believing, do just as he did. And guess what? Even greater things can we do. What humility. Now, our teaching is very simple and straightforward, despite the many books that are written about it. Each of us is being asked, nudged, sometimes shoved by life to express that godness which we are, to reach to a mind which is rich, fertile, medium, which receives our thoughts and acts upon them with promptness, setting off a stream of goodness which resonates, multiplies its effects around the world. We need to live our truth, our spirituality out loud and bold. No shrinking violets, no timidity, and I'm speaking to myself. Not saying that we should evangelize. Jesus warned us about being clanging gongs, right? But I remember how I was a kind of shrinking violet because we had the opportunity to speak in many places where people were of different religious inclination. And I used to have this habit of thinking, maybe I shouldn't pray exactly like how we pray here. Maybe I should kind of fix it up a little so it don't sound so shocking, right? And I used to do that, not for very long, because it was not authentic. And guess what? You have to be yourself. You have to be authentic. Because when I was saying it, it never sound right. And it's not a performance. You know, it is getting to a place where you can connect with the source and have the impact on the group that you are praying of. Breeze, wonderful breeze. So what I did, I said, nah, I'm going to pray the way I've been taught, the science of mind way, because it's logical. God is all there is, right? If God is all there is, then I must be of that God. And therefore, if God is all there is, whatever God is, I must be that also. So I have to make sure that I know the God I'm talking about. I know exactly what that God is to me, right? And so I started to pray that way. And people start to say, whoa. They call it what a lovely speech, right? Or something like that. But they liked it. They came up and asked me about it. And I felt right because I was being myself. And I promised myself that I'll always live the science of mine out loud. There is a patient that keeps apologizing me for calling me Rev. I said, it's okay. Nobody else calls me that, but she keeps saying, Rev, sorry. I said, no, that's fine. She doesn't know that I'm in fact a reverend, and I don't tell her that, right? But she keeps saying that, right? I said, something must be showing, right? Yes. So I'm asking us, in order to be able to live it out loud, we have to know it. We have to understand it. We have to believe it, right? And therefore, what better way? In fact, it have to get into our nervous system, into our DNA. I hear you can actually change your DNA in one lifetime. We get it in our DNA, so by the time your children go, and those who can still have children, go on, it will be in them. They'll be born with it. Maybe that's why some of the children are being born wide open eyes, as if they are already enlightened. That's why we have classes. And I'm not apologizing for promoting classes. We have looked at the figures, and those who come to classes, there is a difference. You will know the difference yourself when you start coming. It's important. Yes, Sunday morning services are wonderful. We are inspired and we are stimulated, and we go home and we read. But there's something magical about coming to classes. We find simple ways to express what seem like complex issues. We just look through all of the recurring themes throughout our teaching, and we discuss it, we see it, we learn, we challenge it too. The ministers love to be challenged, because that's how we think more clearly and express more fully. So, and one of the beautiful things about classes that helps me especially is we hear from other people how they are living it and how it is working for them. And in the classes, there's total confidentiality. There's bonding, right, where people listen intently to other people. And just a love that exudes from the listener is a healing presence. Coming to classes also helps us, gives us the impetus to go study and reach and inquire and then come and share. I know for myself over the years, many years that I've been teaching classes, that there is a hidden motive. I'm not so hidden anymore to me. Through this, we are all a work in progress, not true? We are all a work in progress. So it forces me to learn more, to understand more as I go deeper into this science of mind and express it. The more I express it, the better I understand it. Guess what? It comes in like fertilizer. Even the best soil needs some fertilizer from time to time. Those of you who are gardeners. And to me, the classes are like fertilizers. And there are other things. We have workshops that are going on. This church is buzzing with opportunity to get deeper into the science of mind. And if you come to classes, you might hear words like affirmative prayer thrown around, meditation, practicing the silence, mindfulness, visioning, visualizing, contemplating, and practicing thinking and speaking affirmatively. You will hear all of these things in our services. When you come to class, you will learn a little bit more about it, and you get a chance to practice it, right? So, why am I saying all of these things? Because I know that we have to achieve a certain certainty before and understanding of all of this that we hear. Yeah, in our various church services, we need to be so certain about it that when we go out and somebody says, that church? Guess what? Is that what is the word they call it again? I don't remember. I'm not saying the word. Right. So you remember how Jesus said, well, boy, you come out there, and then when you don't get it straight, and you go out there, the vultures, you're not calling anybody anything bad, you're just saying that the vultures is your own uncertainty. Somebody go say something, and then because you haven't been established in it, you just cringe, right? Then we also need to know that, so we could get it here superficially to an extent and maybe greater extent, right? But as soon as you see all of the things happening around the world, and we're reading the news, and we listen to the news, and all of these things, then it's scotch. It's scotch. That's the second part of Jesus' thing, the seed and the sower. And then now, we get it now. We are real Saint of Man advocates, and we're speaking to people, and we're telling them how to think, and correcting them when they speak a certain way, and we reach now. And then now, some of the old time things that were taught start to bubble up in our minds and contradict what we have been taught. So Jesus asked us to reach for the fertile soil. He's not condemning anybody. He's giving us a kind of prototype of how we will be, how it will, the journey upward. So, we need to be so established in it that we walk and live it. And as we're talking about walk and live it, I want to share a story about someone. Afterwards, I tell you who she is. You might even recognize it. This maybe not so young lady, this lady, right, was walking with her husband in the vicinity of where we live. She was walking with her husband, and most children would have been in school at the time. She said one little dega boy straying along the road, and one fella, young fella, who was walking along the road, and she stopped and she said, "Come here. What you doing out here in your school uniform by yourself? Eh? I don't have no lunch money, so I can't go to school." She said, "Come here. Come with me." She said, "I am going to give you some lunch money. I'm going to give you enough to last you for the week, but only if you go to school every day." So she marched, the school is nearby, she marched him to school, and she handed over the lunch money. And by the end of the week, she heard that he was going regularly and he was getting things. So she said, "I'm going to give you for the month," right? Because you're doing well. By that time, she had announced it to her school friends and her other friends on social media, and people started to send money. But she said, "Wait, I can't do it for the year." Not true, Anthony? You think that was enough for that lady? No, sir. She gone down to the school to find out how she can. I was asking her for the rest of this. I hope I quote it right. She want to help the school, or something like that. She want to help the school. All the children, right? And she goes to a school which I was proud to attend, which once you put it out there that you need a social service, they are right there. So she has enough money to not only help the young boy, but to help the others and the school as well. She walked with that consciousness that Jesus spoke about, the fertile soil. So when she plants something in that mind, it not only manifests there, but it multiplies and spread. For all we know, it might spread all over Jamaica too, for all I know. But we're not surprised. You know who that person is? Carol Dexter. Nurtured and honed in the science of mind, with parents, a mother named Beverly Dexter and a father named Noel Dexter, who used to sit down and just nurture the voices in this church. Just cherish us, nurture it. He said he was teaching us to sing, but I think it was more than that, right? He was being to us the mother-father figure, right? Beautiful. So a fertile mind is a loving mind. A mind which is filled with love will be at peace. When the mind is at peace, it hears and recognizes the voice of God more clearly and more distinctly, the way forward. Its actions are beautiful and right and joyful. Joy is infectious. It only takes a spark to get a fire glowing. No, the power and authority is within each one of us to spread this love and joy, to multiply kindness, throughout the world. Just remember that we are the power and presence of God made manifest. No afraid to say it is not me and God, is me as God. Right? When you can say it in the private of your mind and then you can say it out boldly and believe it, you are the wave of an infinite sea of possibilities. You, each one of us. And therefore within us is the power and the authority to do anything. So I am inviting you to affirm with me. I should read it first. I am the embodiment of the eternal stream of life. I am the universal spirit of love. Start again. I am the embodiment of the eternal stream of life. I am the universal spirit of love. I am that I am, and so it is.
Thank you, Dr. Sonia, for that rich encouragement. That plug for classes and how it helps to establish us in truth. I leave you with one thing. Open your minds to acknowledge that we are the presence of God made manifest. And with that in mind, I am now going to ask Christina Cartid to come forward. Another temple baby.
Good morning, everyone. Happy Mother's Day. Before I sing, I'd like to invite Abigail to join me on the platform for a little surprise.
Something. I love you, Abby. She always said, I love you, Grandma. I love you. Say that, no. You don't love your mommy. I say, I love you, mommy. I love you, Grandma. All right, I know.
Okay, ready? For all the time you stood by me, for all the truth that you made me see, for all the joy you brought to my life, for all the wrong that you made right, for every dream you made come true, for all the love I found in you, I'll be forever thankful, Mommy. You're the one who held me up, never let me fall. You're the one who saw me through it all. You were my strength when I was weak. You were my voice when I couldn't speak. You were my eyes when I couldn't see. You saw the best there was in me, lifted me up when I couldn't reach. You gave me faith 'cause you believe I'm everything I am because you loved me. You gave me wings and made me fly. You touched my hand, I could touch the sky. I lost my faith, you gave it back to me. You said no star was out of reach. You stood by me and I stood tall. I had your love much is true. I was blessed because I was loved by you. You were my strength when I was weak. You were my voice when I couldn't speak. You were my eyes when I couldn't see. You saw the best there was in me, lifted me up when I couldn't reach. You gave me faith 'cause you believed. I'm everything I am because you loved me. You were always there for me, the tender wind that carried me, a light in the dark, shining your love into my life. You've been my inspiration, through the lies you were the truth. My world is a better place because of you. You were my voice when I couldn't speak. You were my eyes when I couldn't see. You saw the best there was in me, lifted me up when I couldn't reach. You gave me faith 'cause you believe. I'm everything I am because you love me. Hey, you were my eyes when I couldn't see. You saw the best there was in me, lifted me up when I couldn't reach. You gave me faith 'cause you believe. I'm everything I am because you love me. I'm everything I am because you love me.
Yvonne Carty, your love is shining through our beautiful, beloved Christina. I love you, Christina, so much. Yvonne Carty. Oh, I know everybody knows Yvonne Carty, right? And you know that's Yvonne Carty's love shining through. Wow. And we got more. We got more.
Yes, we have more in the. And so now it's Rhonda, accompanied by Faith.
Well, Christina had to make me cry before I come up here. And I also well, let me start by saying Happy Mother's Day all. Yes. And it also is my birthday month. And so my birthday comes on Wednesday. And I too was a Mother's Day gift to my mother. But the difference is, my mother, she said labor pains nearly killed her. And when the nurse brought the baby, "Mother, you have such a beautiful little baby girl," she said, "Throw her out the window." Yet still, I said to her, "Mommy, you couldn't part from me though. You love me to the end." And so I know white is if your mother has gone ahead, but I'm having my red rose because my mother is here. And so for this month, Reverend Michelle, I usually have a lot of singers. Yesterday when we came to rehearsal, they'll say, "Where's everybody?" So we don't know. May still is going on, so we'll see what happens. So today I'm going to attempt a song that really we will. I know Faith is not attempt. If you know her voice, she sing it. But we're attempting a song that also it can be interchanged God and Mother. And so today I'm singing about the goodness of God.
You have led me through the fire in darkest night. You've been closer than no other. I loved you like a father. I loved you as a friend. And I have lived in the goodness of God. All my life you have been faithful. All my life you have been so, so good. With every breath that I am able, oh, I will sing of the goodness of God. Your goodness is running after me. Your goodness is running after me. With my life laid down, I surrender now. I give you everything. Your goodness is running after me. All my life you have been faithful. And all my life you have been so, so good. With every breath that I am able, oh, I will sing of the goodness of God.
I'm going to ask you to join me now.
Your goodness is running after me. Your goodness is running after me. With my life laid down, I surrender now. I give you everything. Your goodness is running after me.
Caught her now. All my life you have been so, so good. With every breath that I am able, oh, I will sing of the goodness of God. I will sing of the goodness of God. Thank you, church. Faith lost her mother a couple years ago. And thank you, Ordale. Thank you so much.
Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Heart to heart. I get you, Faith. I get you. I get you. What a gift you have given us this morning, both of you and Christina. Thank you so much. I don't even know where I am now. Okay. I'll find my way back soon. Prayer of Jamaica. And we're going to take all that love, that gratitude into saying the prayer of Jamaica with deep love, profound feeling. Let's stand for that. The radiant light of God's love is now flowing through us and from us to everything and everyone it touches. The eternal light of God's love now completely fills, covers, and surrounds our island, Jamaica. The glowing intensity of the light of God's love now interpenetrates and awakens within the hearts and minds of our countrymen and women the truths of life which set free. The light of God's love is growing and glowing in intensity in the hearts and minds of mankind everywhere. Love, health, harmony, goodwill, peace, uprightness, integrity, joy, prosperity, kindness, and our oneness under God are now established. And so it is. And now, in gratitude for all that we do in this church to keep this church running so beautifully, we will bless our love offering, knowing that we truly are grateful, and the universe is grateful that we are allowing all of this wonderful experience to spread all over the world by your generosity. So use your love offering envelope to recite your blessing. It's on the web as well. Lovingly I give, joyfully I receive, be thou fruitful, increase and multiply, bless, prosper, and enrich everyone whom you touch, and replenish all of my financial affairs. So be it. Thank you, Father, and so it is. Oh yes, you can come up during the final hymn to, yeah? Oh, okay. Okay. Our final hymn, In the Twinkling of an Eye. When I sing it, remembering Howard daily. In a twinkling. Yes, Reverend Emma loved it, but Howard introduced it to us. It's found on in the flyer, no? On the flyer. Okay.
In the twinkling of an eye, you can change the world you live in. The world responds to your command, and the moment it is given. In the twinkling of an eye, a thought can change your day. Just make your selection and change your direction. It's all in the way you breathe. In the moment God replies to the prayer you now are using. The miracles of life depend on the thoughts of your own choosing. In a moment God responds to a perfect faith in prayer. There's instant reaction, spontaneous action. Believe it and know it's there. In the twinkling of an eye, you can change the world around you. Your thoughts become the ones you seek, and the loved ones that surround you. In the twinkling of an eye, you respond to how you pray. For God's love enfolds you, sustains and upholds you. Right now, upright you live.
Now, as we end this service, we feel a deep sense of gratitude for all those persons who have played their part in making this service a special day for mothers and for the mothering quality in all of us. We are thankful to our musicians, we are thankful to our voices, what do we call you? Our temple voices, who have provided the backup. And we are so grateful to our technicians who have been getting better and better by the day. We are broadcasting all over the world, and we are so grateful. We are also grateful, never to be forgotten, our people who handle our food with such love, and we just cherish them because they do it with such dedication, such fervor. And guess what? We are grateful to all of you, because if you weren't here, there would be no church, right? So we are grateful to the congregation. For Mrs. McCleary and Chima, who, the people who donated the flowers as well, okay? May we hear who they are? Who donated them? Oh, the floral angels, but okay, I thought you meant the roses or whatever you call those. Yes. Oh, yes, Sean. Oh, I need to mention this. This is very important. Sean did this before he left. And many of you know that Sean's mother made the transition recently. Long before she made the transition, I had planned for the 5 boys to be here. 4, one would have to is abroad, right? All 4 of those boys have worked in this temple, right? That is Sean. Who didn't know that Sean's name was Blake? Sean Blake, Rodney Blake, Rudolph Blake, Michael Blake, all of them. This lady who mothered them lives and never left her St. Elizabeth mountaintop. But she so cherished them and spread them all over the world, all in Canada, everywhere. And I know that I am one of the beneficiaries of her mothering. So I salute her. I'm sorry that they could not be here because they are down in St. Elizabeth preparing for her Thanksgiving service. But I want you to know that when you speak from a heart that is filled with love, it will send your message all over the world. And wherever you walk, people will benefit from it as well. So I'm sorry I had to digress, but I needed to say thank you. And if there's anybody else, I'm not sure who donated the flowers, but thank you everybody who's giving and giving and giving. And don't worry, we never refuse. Keep giving, okay? Thank you. All righty, so we have blessed our love offering, and I know would like to say the affirmative prayer. To just give thanks. I give thanks that the infinite spirit of abundance and prosperity, which is forever yielding of itself through its creation, that it has yielded of itself through the individuals and through the collective consciousness of prosperity of this church this morning. I know that every single person has been blessed and continues to be blessed many times over by the givingness in their consciousness. And I know that whatever we do with this gift that has come to us, that it continues to bless our church and to bless our country and humanity. I give thanks that it is so, and so it is. And we are going to stand now and say with great power our peace song, which we'll sing it for love this morning. Amen? Yeah, of course. Love, holy for love.
With God as our Father.
experience love and be on Tuesday at our Tuesday Healing First service with Carol. You know, she's gonna just